Hello, student of class 5. I think everybody is safe out there at home. Okay, be safe and be nice at home. So today is the first the videos online classes that is after pre-midterm. Now the chapter which I am going to start today, it is about for the midterm chapter 3, that is the movements of the earth. Clear? Now in ancient times what happened? We are going to learn about the earth. Now how the earth moves. Okay. So in ancient times, in the olden times, people they believe that earth are very stationary. They have the heavenly bodies that move around it. Okay. So how they come to know about it? How they come to know that the earth started moving? It was been done by an astronomer. He was a Polish astronomer. Polish means what? The inhabitants, the citizens of Poland. Clear? Known as a Nicholas Copernicus. Now he first said, what he said, that earth spins on its own axis and move around the sun. So therefore from here we come to know that earth has two types of movement. One is a rotation and one is a revolution. Clear? Now let us move towards the rotation. Now what is a rotation? Movement of the earth on its axis. It keeps on moving. It is known as an rotation. And rotation is what? It is an imaginary line. Clear? Now, the earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation. And it rotates from which direction? From west to east. And due to this, what happened? We see that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Clear? Now, next one. Now from the rotation, we found days and nights. Now rotation of the earth causes day and nights. Now as we all know that earth is a spherical in shape. Okay, half of the earth which receives the light from the sun is a day, and the other half which turned away from the sun, it is known as a night. Clear, children? I think you will find out the diagram also out there. Clear? Now let us understand what we need to understand, that the formation of the day and night through an activities. That is an activity how we need to take. Now for example, you take a torch and a globe. Okay. Now what you do, you ask your friend to shine the torch on the globe. The part which shines, it is reflecting the light, that is the day, and the part which is not getting any of the light, it shows the night. Clear? So from this we can say that countries which were in the lighted part, they moved around, they have now moved into the darkness. That means what? The earth keeps on moving like this. Is it clear? Now next one is a revolution. Now revolution, while rotating on its axis, the earth revolves around the sun, and this movement is known as a revolution. That means what? In rotation what we see? That the earth keeps on moving on its axis. And in revolution what happened? While the earth is moving on its axis, it is also revolving around the sun. So this movement is known as a revolution. So earth revolves around a path that is known as an orbit. So this orbit is in an oval in shape, and it takes the earth how many days to complete one revolution? That is a 365 days. Is it clear? Rotation 24 hours to complete one rotation, and revolution takes complete one revolution in 365 days. Clear? Now next one, we are moving towards a season. As we saw that in rotation days and nights are caused, and in revolution seasons are caused. Clear? Now revolutions of the earth, we know that how many seasons are there? There are 4 seasons. One is a summer, second is an autumn, third is a winter, and fourth is a spring. Clear? Now next one, as we can see here children, the revolution of the earth causes 4 seasons: summer, autumn, winter and spring. Now in figure, in diagram 3.3, what it shows, that the revolutions of the earth and the changes of the season. Look at the position 2. Now in that diagram, what you can say, at this position, the north pole is tilted towards the sun. Tilted means what? Like this. It is facing towards the sun. So northern hemisphere gets more sunlight. So therefore it is summer in the hemisphere. That is, in northern hemisphere there will be a summer. So here what happened? Days are longer than the nights. Now during this time you can say south pole is tilted from the sun, not towards the sun, from the sun. So southern hemisphere gets a less sunlight. Therefore it is winter in this hemisphere. So what kind of time you can find out? Days are shorter than the nights. Clear? Now let us move towards the position 4. In position 4 you can see south pole is tilted towards the sun. So the pole which is tilted towards the sun. So what happens there? That the southern hemisphere gets more of the sunlight. That is why more of sunlight, which season will be? Summer. So during this time, north pole is tilted away from the sun. That is why northern hemisphere is away from the sun. So it is winter in this hemisphere. Clear? So look at the position 1 and position 3. When the earth is in this position, the sun's rays falls directly on the equator. Now axis is the first imaginary line, equator is the second one, and equator divides the earth into two equal halves. One is the northern hemisphere, other one is the southern hemisphere. Clear? Now as a result, what happened? When the earth is in this position, the sun rays falls directly on the equator, and as a result the length of the day and night becomes the same throughout the world. So that is why it is neither very hot nor it is cold in both the hemisphere. So what we can say is here that the northern hemisphere has a spring and autumn in the position 3, and southern hemisphere has autumn in position 1 and spring in position 3. Clear? So children, we have already finish the third chapter, that is the movement of the earth. So children, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please let me know. Okay, no need to feel afraid. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you children.